start laughing.
What the? He's so stupid. Breaking news. You have tuned into the best podcast you've ever heard in your fucking life. Fireworks. He's so stupid.
How are you?
Well,
Welcome back.
I feel welcome.
This is See a moment?
What's the movie?
Just a little bit. The shades in the back is dying. I can open the rest of them though.
Open sesame.
My shit all fucked up.
But see, that's the other thing too. Oh yeah, so I went and helped out this property, and there's these big control modules on the walls.
How are you?
Well,
Welcome back.
I feel welcome.
This is this is episode 2. You're not gonna say nothing about sunglasses?
I personally I don't understand why people wear sunglasses inside.
Okay, so look,
sun outside, sun is not inside.
This is the story,
Why
right?
we wear sunglasses.
Look.
I don't get why you're wearing sunglasses at night. Now I get maybe you want to look aesthetically pleasing.
I was on Instagram the other day, and this girl launched her podcast. I met her during Super Bowl. It's a long story. Short actually, but she and her friend were doing this interview with this like friend of theirs that was in in the NFL. Yeah, there we go. Mm-hmm. And they're wearing sunglasses, and I'm like, she's wearing sunglasses too. I thought the other one wasn't. So I'm like, why the fuck are they wearing sunglasses indoors? And you can see the fucking bright lights. Maybe that's why. But then you can just put them on at an angle.
I mean, just put them at an angle, lessen the brightness.
I think it's so stupid. I'm like, why the fuck are you wearing these nuts protein that it's different? It was a cereal box. But yeah, that's why I was like, I'm gonna fuck with Trevor today. And
I cannot stand that. You know,
I think it's so
Vari and I, we watch these dating shows on YouTube and whatnot, and you know, a lot of the times people are like, why are you wearing shades if you're going on a date? It's like,
on a date?
Yeah, I'm like, why are you wearing shades while on a date? That makes
that doesn't make sense.
The thing is, you want to be looking each other's eyes, trying to build deeper connections, seeing if something's
You a creepy ass motherfucker if you wear sunglasses on a date.
Yeah, baby, you know, I'm just trying to, show you my real side. And I want
what if she's wearing sunglasses?
Because if you look at my eyes, women don't do that.
But what if?
Okay, well,
obviously these dumb bitches.
I mean, hold on a second. Maybe spoke too soon, but no. I mean, I don't think most women. Okay, if a woman is just to go where you're going. If a woman's wearing sunglasses,
women are too smart. Only guys, I feel like.
Guys are the only guy. I don't see a woman going on a date and wearing shades. Maybe she's like a butch lesbian or something. I don't know.
No, but I don't even think so. I think like it's less like something like these idiots. I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah.
What do I know? What do we know?
What do we know?
Cars.
I always say this is nobody knows what they're doing. People are like, I have all this experience and life and age, and I'm like, you still don't know what the fuck you're doing.
That is true.
You're only here for a short amount of time, and that's on my life motto. We need to put this on a t-shirt. We live to learn, and we learn to live.
That is definitely on a t-shirt.
No, it's not. And if it is, I'm suing them because I came up with this.
I've heard that
when I was 17 years old.
What the fuck? Live to learn?
We learn to live, and we live to learn.
You made that up.
17 years old.
Say it one more time.
We learn to live, and live to learn.
Watch this motherfucker pop up. Learning to live is learning to let go. That's
again. He's doing all this Google search.
You live, you learn, you upgrade.
Excuse me. I'm trumping this right now.
Okay, go ahead. Every day you learn. You live to learn how to love. Every day.
See, nobody. So we got to do that. We got to do that now. But seriously, the reason why I say that is because we learn to live because through our life processes, through our life experiences, we're learning how to adapt and live through those things. And through those experiences, we acquire knowledge, hopefully. So that's why we live to learn is the next part. Because in order for us to learn, or in order for us to continue to have these experiences, we have to continue to learn. So that's why we learn to live and we live to learn. They're symbiotic. They have to exist with each other. And that's why everybody's like, that's why people, but seriously, that's why we put an emphasis in most societies on our elders, because they've lived, therefore they have experiences, therefore they can probably teach us something. But that worked maybe 100 years ago. It doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
Your granddad, we can teach our granddads about our phones. They don't know how to work their damn phone. I was talking about this earlier. I cannot stand.
Oh yeah, in the car.
I cannot stand seeing older people use phones sometimes, because it's like the way they go about using it is so unnecessarily stressful. To unlock their phone, they're doing these large swipes up, like they're trying to shoot something off in the you know what I'm saying? It's just like all you have to do is just tap your phone and look at it. It's unlocked. Okay, it doesn't take all this.
I got a family. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Okay, don't say it.
But it's like,
and it's the hitting the screen so hard.
It's like, I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, they're gonna hold.
It's not working.
They're gonna hold their fingers up, and their middle finger will be the same length as their ring finger because they smashed the screen.
I'm like, relax, just touch it. Why are you so aggressive?
I was one funny thing talking about the use of technology. When I play video games, love video games by the way. When I play video games and I'm flying helicopters and stuff, I have to physically move. Like if I'm not physically moving, I'm gonna crash. When I was playing Battlefield last night, this guy was chasing me, shooting my helicopter, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta evade this guy. So I'm like flying around skyscrapers and stuff, and I'm literally,
you get into it.
oh my gosh. And Barry's like, what? Are you okay? I'm just over there like, up. Like I'm not controlling. But I digress. I digress.
We say digreasy because one day we were on a phone call, and it sounds like some dumb shit that I would say. And Trevor was like, I digress. And I was like, I digreasy, and it just stuck.
It's stuck.
So every time
I love
say
that.
it, that's why. Is it all the way up? Nope. No,
Just a little bit.
it's like an old dude trying to get it up. Is it all the way up? It almost up.
Hold on, baby. Wait till this Viagra kick in. I mean, they don't use Viagra anymore. They use stuff like Cialis.
No promotion.
No sponsorship here. But if you want to, we love to talk about the benefits of. Well, I don't know. I don't have that problem.
Okay, look. So we got. Bring us in a little bit. Mm-hmm. We got. This is our second podcast ever. I feel like I should wear a black shirt to match you. We were matching with the black.
We're yin and yang.
Yin and yang. Yeah, second podcast. Mm-hmm. We've had a great last week.
Yeah. That was fun. The first episode, if you haven't watched it, you need to go back and watch it.
Fun. It was fun. I watch it like as if though I don't know what the fuck we're gonna say next, but it's entertaining. I think it's fucking hilarious.
It is.
I've never had more fun editing a video in my life. Like I was like, man, this is fucking hilarious. We get a little dry at points, but I'm like, and then it's just like after that 20 minute to to an hour, it's like gold.
Yeah.
Good job, brother.
Yeah. Fireworks.
It's so stupid.
But I enjoyed just talking in general. I love running my mouth, especially about. I'm like a huge nerd, so I like reading, and I'm a poli-sci major. Like I love politics and government. I was in here distracting him about the confirmation hearings.
It is amazing to watch you sit down and fully have a full-blown conversation with yourself. Like not conversation, but like a skit. It's fascinating.
Oh yeah,
I'm setting up the cameras and everything, and then like you are legit running through it, and you're like, I can't believe they voted yes or no, and then you're going for a full explanation as to why they probably did it, and I'm like, he is really enjoying himself right now. I'm not even gonna interrupt him.
Nah, it's fun. It's a thing I like to follow closely. I mean,
he loves politics, which is good.
Here's another one. Write this down, kids. If you don't do politics will do you, and nobody likes to get done without permission. Nobody likes it without permission. If it's not consensual, it's not going to be a good time. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah, so if you don't do politics will do you. And then the worst part about not doing politics is that it's not immediate.
I got it up.
I got 2 minutes, girl. Let's go. 2 countdown. T-minus.
No tugging. I got this.
Let's go. Like if you don't, politics is never really fast. You know, it's never like something that's immediate. I mean, maybe some things like last episode we talked about TikTok banning. TikTok's alive and well, at least for 90 days.
That is true.
But
I actually like TikTok. I like TikTok.
I mean, a lot of people like TikTok.
Yeah, but I like TikTok. And I was looking at a report today about TikTok and the amount of viewership. So like the average views, I think they have about, I'm not gonna throw the numbers out there because I'm that guy to like, I'm gonna fact check your ass. But I do know that
it was 11, not 12. 11.3.
I do know that the amount of people, the time that people spend on average on Facebook and Instagram equals what TikTok does. So one platform that has only been around for like what, 4 years?
4 or 5 years. 4, I don't know.
I would say 4 years, right? Is managing to hold that many people's attention longer than Facebook and Instagram combined.
That's
fascinating.
But now you can see the reasoning behind Congress doing what they did when it comes to TikTok. If you have numbers like that, where you know that a vast majority of social media time is spent on one platform over 2, even 3 of the big ones, American ones, which are X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Like, if more people are spending more time on an app that wasn't created in the United States, it gives them it gets a little creepy.
Yeah, but you know what? I looked at it from like a business standpoint because like I really am getting into the point where everything that I do for a living is like I want to like it has to be fun. I don't want to do anything that feels like work. And like this, I get so excited about, even though I was late coming to pick you up. But it's like I love it because I'm like, damn, if this could really work, well, I believe that it will work. It'll just take time. I'm like, man, this is great. I get to sit down with my best friend, talk shit, talk about things that we actually like, and like educate other people, entertain them at the same time, and like just have a good time. But I say that, and I'm like, transition back into the TikTok thing. I'm like, I look at the analytics on side of it. I'm like, we can kill ourselves posting it on Instagram and Facebook. And if people if you don't basically pay for ads, or if you don't have a large amount of followers, no one will really see your stuff. Whereas like TikTok, I have like maybe 12 videos, and I probably have close to like 5,000, 10,000 eyeballs on it. And it's like, it's not like impressive, but based off of like the amount of videos I post on Instagram compared to TikTok, it's easy like a 5-6x multiple.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, damn. I'm like, if I could post a video, and like, say for instance, then you look at it and say like, okay, well, how long do you hold people's attention for? Because that's the main thing, right? So I'm like, but regardless of the fact that you have that many impressions on such a small little clip on a page that is not that well known, I'm like, wow, this is really dope. Because if you actually put time into it and create quality content, then it's like, then it'll just naturally probably give you a bigger bang.
I think that the hardest part about any social media platform or try to reach people in general is just finding the niche, right? Or
finding the niche, right? Without paying for it.
Without paying for it. You know, that I think that's the hardest thing. And then, you know, it's not only finding that, but also the retention. You know, like you want people to come back. You want people to maybe watch the video several times. Yeah. Maybe that video is what, you know, gets somebody out of a funk, or whatever the case may be. You know, what for whatever reason you want your content to be able to be like valuable to some degree. And I think that's the hardest part, because I think like there are a lot of great creatives out there. But, you know, shit just blows up in ways that you would never expect it to. And then these people, like, I think this is the thing with, like, going viral now, is that somebody goes viral, and if you don't know how to ride that wave, then you're just viral for that moment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you know how to ride that wave, like, you get the viral moment, and then you're riding the wave, and you're able to create more viral moments while on the top of that, then, you know, when the wave settles, you have a nice fat bank account. Yeah, you know. But you know, I think that's the downside. You remember my conspiracy about the TikTok ban I told you about last week? I told you that I think that the American billionaires that own the social media platforms conspired with Congress and the former administration to eliminate TikTok for their own gain.
So that they can just buy it.
Hell yeah!
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't.
No, but I agree with you.
But they do that so that way they can recapture more of the American market, and then don't have to worry about competing with a foreign
Facts.
thing.
Because that's what Zuckerberg did.
I mean, but if you look at how it all goes down. I mean, even if you look at Trump's inauguration, look who all those people were on the stage. You have the people who are in control of the largest companies in the world. Right. I mean, literally, Apple is one of the largest companies on earth. It's a multi-trillion-dollar multinational corporation, and Tim Cook was right there. Another thing about the inauguration I thought was interesting is that you had Trump and his family and stuff, and then right behind him was all the billionaires. And even the billionaires were in front of his cabinet nominees. Yeah. Like, the billionaires were in front of his cabinet nominees. Like, so, America's, in my opinion, slowly slipping into an oligarchic system. If you don't know what oligarchy is, it's when a few wealthy people control the means of government and production.
Yeah. I mean, I again, like, I look
like
at
Russia.
I look at it and I'm like, great. I'm like, I mean, look, I believe at the end of the day, any politician, regardless if you're Democrat or Republican, will always look out for themselves, right? At the end of the day, that's what I really feel and that's what I believe. But I look at it and I'm like, I look at these billionaires and I'm like, I aspire to be one of them. But then I also look at it and I'm like, I'm glad that they're front and center. Because then it's right in front of you, right? And it's like, there's no hiding it, right? I'd rather have everybody in front of me that, well, some people don't like them. So it's like, but if you could see the people that you don't like, right? If you could see the team, like this is their people that they're with, then you know that's your opposition, you know you need to go with. Where it's like Zuckerberg, I don't fuck with because I'm like, he flip-flops. 1 minute, he's with the Democratic Party. Another minute, he's with the Republican Party. Like, just stay true. Like, just stand on business and keep it 100. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Where it's like Elon is like, I'm rocking with Trump, and I'm fucked if he doesn't win. And I'm like, all right, cool, I can respect that. And when I say like I inspired to be one of them, it's like when I look at it, like being a person of color, like me being brown, I'm like, damn, like why was the Jay-Z there, right? Or like, I'm not saying that motherfucker's name.
I know who you about to say.
But if you think about it during...
It's a cardinal direction.
If you think about during Obama's administration, it was probably the blackest White House ever.
It was the blackest White House ever.
Right, and brown, like I say we all are brown. Like, I know my Hispanic people are like, oh, they're brown and like we're black, whatever. I'm like, me being biracial, I'm like, I look at them like we're all just brown, just different shades.
Melanin is brown.
Yeah,
it's not pink and green or fat. It's just we're all different shades of brown.
So I'm like, I'm like that was the most fucking multicultural White House ever, which is dope. But then at the same time, it's like, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good 4 years. I think it's gonna be dope. I know this podcast in 4 years will probably be at episode like 300 and something. Or probably even more. A lot of travel. It'll be great. I'm excited. And I'm going into this bitch with you. Got a new business plan with you. We still don't have a name for the podcast.
To be announced.
We don't have a name. We don't have a fucking thumbnail for the videos. We don't have a fucking profile photo.
Who needs it?
I look at these little bitches, bro, and I'm not gonna show it on the podcast because I'm just like, I'm that guy. I'm like, I operate like as if though we're a multi-billion-dollar business. And
ChatGPT.
Shut the fuck up. But I'm just gonna show you. This is their where's their photo? Like people have like cover art for their podcasts and shit. And I'm just like, how convenient. You just put yourself in some fucking bright clothing and you just stick your tits out. Like,
I mean,
cute name, I guess, but it's like, come on, man. And why women like just stop being a hoe? Just fucking be normal.
There's no normal.
Smashing your tits together and shit. Fuck.
Normal is consistently changing. What was normal? God. That's why when people are like, oh, just be normal. I'm like, normal for now or normal.
Facts. I mean, it's like when I'm on Instagram and it's like you see like an attractive chick pop up and you're like, oh, dope. And you like go and you say what she's about and like you see a link and I'm like, this motherfucker.
Linktree.
exclusive content, OnlyFans. I'm like, why? I'm like, I get it. I really get it. But you work $3.99. I get you for $3.99 for a month. I thought about that.
$3.99 a month. I mean, hey, if you get, and that's the thing. It's all about numbers. If you get,
that's 4 pennies a day.
if you get 1,000 people,
they do. They kill it.
$3.99.
They get it. They really kill it. Like
1,000 people. But you know, the reality is some of these people are getting 10,000, 20,000, 50,000.
100. There's a woman there's a girl that got $42 million a year on her first year. Her first year on OnlyFans, she pulled in $42 million.
And when you hear numbers like that, it's like I'm about to create OnlyFans.
It's tempted, right? Because like, life is hard.
Look at my toes. That's my big toe. That's my pinky toe. I wear a size 13.
There's people out there that do that too. They don't know what OF means. Okay, sorry Google. 20-year-old OnlyFans model who made $43 million.
Wow, congratulations.
And
my thing is like once you get like for me, once I would get to like
I'm
43
out.
million,
I'm out. But I wouldn't be out technically. I keep selling that. I'll sell it. And that's another thing she's not doing. She's apparently, I don't know. I've never subscribed to an OnlyFans account in my motherfucking life, and I'm proud of it. I got tempted. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't know what the fuck OnlyFans was. True story. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I looked at it, and I was like, $3.99 a month. What is she selling? And then, because she didn't have like a revealing like profile photo.
Okay.
And then like it had all these lock boxes, and I'm like, what the fuck is she selling? And then I looked in like. Yeah, it's like like imagine going on Instagram and then the profile, like the photos that you post, right? Imagine there's like it's like blocked. It says like a little lock.
Okay.
So you got to pay in order to see the content. And I was like $3.99 for. I was like, that sounds like a scam. And then I looked at the little bottom, it was like exclusive content. I was like, oh, this bitch posting porn pics. So I was like, nah. And that's another thing. You go to Pornhub. I'm not plugging them, but I'm like, you could literally go see it for free. Why? I understand.
I'm glad you brought up Pornhub because I can bring Pornhub into politics. There's literally a Supreme Court case. Literally just heard just a few days ago.
Pornhub is disgusting.
Pornhub is literally suing.
I didn't know how much Pornhub is like.
But Pornhub has been a few states have blocked Pornhub from being able to be accessed online. So like I think it was Texas, Florida.
It's wild.
It's a few different places, but yeah, look up like what states.
No, fuck that. I want to show you how many people, how many active users, how many daily users do you think are on Pornhub? A day? Daily.
Well, hell, it's Pornhub, so maybe like 50 million.
Oh my god. Oh,
how many people have OnlyFans? But yeah, there's a whole Supreme Court case about Pornhub and if Pornhub its rights being violated by being censored by these states. They have created their own laws surrounding pornography. Because what it is that
oh my god,
what did I say? 50 million. What's the number?
My god.
Am I warm or am I cold?
We've got a problem, and I got a business idea that I need to talk to you about
to
resolve this Pornhub solution. I think it's a really good idea, and I'm actually talking to designers about it.
It's called Pornhub with 2 B's?
No, I got it. It's a multicultural version.
The multicultural.
115 million visits per day.
Oh my, who has the time?
That's a third of the United States. Every day.
Oh my god.
They have 40. This was in 2019, so you know that bitch got way higher during COVID.
Oh my god.
42 billion visits in a year. That is That is insane. That is every human being on planet Earth watching porn. How many days is that? We got 8 billion divided by 42
times.
Yeah. That's sick.
They would have to at least 5 times a year.
Yeah.
You have to watch porn 5 times a year.
Just at least 5 times a year. You going in every other month. Sometimes 3.
It was a stressful month.
That's fucking sick.
I'm lonely. But that is wild. But it's totally believable.
I wouldn't have thought. How much fucking porn can you watch?
Guess there's billions of hours out there of porn.
Oh, Instagram has 500 million daily active users.
I mean, that makes more sense.
Yeah, because
I would hope.
Just scrolling and shit. That's disgusting. How much porn can you watch? You get some,
I plead the fifth.
horny ass motherfuckers, bro.
I plead the fifth.
Shit, man. God damn. No wonder chicks out there banging chicks now.
I mean,
the guys is all preoccupied.
No, seriously, there's these things where they talk about like the amount of porn you watch.
It fucks with your libido, bro, for sure.
More than likely, more than likely, it has
100%.
to. It has to, because I think like maybe your brain is so conditioned to these fantasies that when you're not getting in your everyday life, you're just like, I can't even get up.
Or it makes you like, what gets you off is so fucking extreme that you just can't replicate it. Like, ooh, like it's like
that makes sense.
We're plugging this website way too much. I hope the guy, well, somebody for sure, everybody's probably heard of it, but it's like the Google of porn. You could literally go in there and just type whatever it is that you want, and apparently it just pops up. I was watching an article about it because apparently they had a lot of the videos on Pornhub are actually people that have been sex trafficked.
A lot of the videos,
yeah. It's like crazy. So a lot of the
there's no way to verify that the people.
It's consensual.
There's no way to verify that it's a consensual, like this is a consensual interaction between people.
Facts.
Unless it's maybe by a production company, you can probably say, okay, this is maybe consensual, but then again.
But then think about it. That's how many people are on it every day. So how many people are uploading content on it every day? Like you can't.
If you got 115 million people that are going to visit every day, 115 million visits a day, you're probably looking at maybe at least 10% of that as people who are uploading content.
No, I don't think so.
What? You don't think like at least there's like 10 million people, 10 million Pornhub accounts that are actively
10 million accounts. Okay.
That are actively.
But how many
things.
videos do you think are uploaded on? How many videos are uploaded on? Sorry, this light is fucking bright.
Bright blacker.
This doesn't bother your eyes?
No.
Dude, the keyboard is like spotty.
Where's the A?
I'm looking at it, I'm like, hold up.
That's how I know you can't type. I don't even have to look at the keyboard. If you feel where the F and the...
Well, here, you do it.
The F and the J.
Why am I doing shit that I'm not good at?
Look, feel this. Feel the F?
I don't want to feel shit.
No, feel it.
No, I don't want to.
Touch it. The computer said, touch me now. Touch me now, Big Daddy. Look, if you feel the J...
Just type the fucking
and you
thing,
feel the
bro.
F, that's where your index fingers go. And then the rest of the fingers, the other 4 fingers, just go delay across the other keys. So, all right, what's the question we're trying to find out here?
How many videos are uploaded onto Pornhub every day? I say 50 million videos. No, that's a lot. I say 20 million videos.
All right, here we go.
Shit just popped up. What the fuck did you type?
How many videos
are uploaded to Pornhub daily?
Yeah.
1.7 million pieces of content were uploaded to Pornhub platform. In the second half of 2003, approximately 1.3 million pieces of content.
1.7 million pieces of content. That means literally, if you would take that, so you say the second half, so you're talking about June, you're talking June, right? 1.7 million. I put the point. And you divide that by 6 months.
283 million.
That's 283,000 videos per month. And if you divide that by 30, that's what did I just do? I'll multiply it times 30. Let's divide it by 30.
8,000 videos a day. No, it's 28. It's 2,000.
9,400 videos per day. Dude, that's a lot of content. That's like hours and hours and hours and hours. I mean, there's probably so much porn on Pornhub that you could watch a different video every single day, not seeing the same video twice, and you would die.
Let's look it up. How long will it take you to watch every single piece of content?
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. 1.7 million pieces in 6 months. You can't even watch that in your lifetime.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die before you get to.
What if they did that to Diddy? Like they just put porn all day.
Strapped up just watching porn all day. Dude, what kind of torture? Been brainwashed.
He could never get horny in his life.
Just shaking.
Oh my god,
dude! I feel that. I don't. Let me not say I feel sorry for him because you get what you put out there.
I think he's pathetic. If he look, if it is true, he still hasn't even gone to court. But it's like the fact of the matter is like any person of color, in my opinion, that makes it to a high level financially, that can go out there and change people's lives and then do some dumb shit like this, they're a fucking disgrace.
Yeah, I mean, the higher you go, the cleaner it has to be.
Yeah, I don't
like there's like, I mean, even my life right now, I imagine myself and I aspire to run for public office one day or be a federal judge or something like that. So I aspire to those things, and because of that, I don't participate in a lot of stuff. I just don't. I don't go out. I don't get close to the crazy because I'm just like. All it takes is one moment, and then I'm be like fucking Pete Hegseth, your new Secretary of Defense, who's sitting at getting a confirmation hearing, and they're bringing up. So, did you sleep? So you cheated on your second wife and had a child on your second wife, and then you cheated on your second wife with your third wife. They literally did that during his confirmation.
That's fucked up.
But I mean, savagery. It's all fair game. If you're talking about who was doing that to him? It was Senator Tim Kaine from Virginia, and he was saying that if you can't uphold your vows, then how can you uphold your
because they do shit like that to get him to snap. Motherfuckers start bringing up your dirt.
Sometimes
you your third wife you got from fucking your second. Wait, you fucked your second wife is when you beat your first wife,
divorced her, got with your second wife, cheated on her, then you had a kid on her.
What's this guy's name?
Pete Hegseth. He's the Secretary of Defense.
White guy?
Of course he's white. He's in Trump's cabinet.
That don't mean shit. What's his name?
Pete Hegseth. He's the Secretary. Hegseth. He's
Hegseth. Sounds like a fucking Pokemon. Hegseth.
He is the Secretary of Defense. Thank you, Donald Trump. He's the most unqualified Secretary of Defense that's ever been sworn in.
Diddy would be the most unqualified Secretary of Defense.
But he's not been nominated, and he's black, so he wouldn't get the job on the Trump's administration. So that's just that. If you're black and you work for Donald Trump's administration, the only job you're qualified to do is HUD.
What's that?
Housing and Urban Development. The Secretary of Housing and Urban Development.
Don't put that on him, bro.
His first term.
We don't have that many black people in politics anyway.
That's true. That's true. But let's go back. Let's talk about Biden's cabinet.
God, fuck Biden's cabinet.
Biden is gone.
Biden is gone.
Biden's vice president was
Biden's gone. Biden is gone.
Biden had the most diverse cabinet ever. Vice president.
Gone.
He put the
Biden's gone.
Jewish.
Biden's gone. Biden's gone. Biden's gone. Biden's gone. Biden's gone.
The first Native American ever to be a cabinet secretary. The first openly gay man to be a cabinet secretary.
That shit doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? Just do the job.
It does matter.
Oh God,
these things do matter.
It doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck?
Yes, it does matter. It does matter.
That's like if I had kids, right? And if they'd be like,
"Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Your child's bus driver is a 100% Blackfoot Cherokee Indian."
Okay,
there's those two different types of Indians.
Very much so, but we'll continue.
And
Native Americans, but we'll move on.
There's a descendant from the Blackfoot tribe.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Just get the kid to school.
Yeah, that's. I mean, those things wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter if based on people's qualifications, they were able to get the job. But as America has shown us many beautiful times, that it doesn't matter how qualified you are. If you're black, get your black ass out of here.
Fuck it.
You're Latino, you ain't qualified. You're supposed to be out there picking somebody's vegetables. If you're Asian, I'm not gonna say that.
I don't think about it. Look, I get the stereotypes, but I look at the world. I'm like, look, man, it's fair game. There's certain things that's placed against you, and it's up to you to figure it out. And then figure out if you walk into a room and somebody underestimates you, that's the best thing that could happen. That's how I look at it. I don't see color.
Sure.
I don't see. That's not true. I definitely see color because I support my people. But that being said, it's like, look, it is what it is, man. Like white, black, green, fuck, like whatever. It's like.
But yeah, I'm just saying when it comes to diversity of appointments, Trump does not have diverse appointments. If you look at the first time he was president, 98% of his judicial appointments, all 300 and some odd of them, they are. I think it was 300.
But again,
they were all white men.
But again,
they were all white men.
They're not the majority.
98%.
They're not the majority. You can't.
Who's not the majority?
People of color are not the majority in
No,
politics.
I'm not asking. I'm not saying that you have to meet some quota number. No, I'm not.
And it's not like 100% of his.
But
fucking
shit,
cabinet.
it might as well be.
No, 98%, or if 90% is not 100%. So he's still going to
out of all the cabinet people so far, he's nominated one black man who was a former NFL player.
What about Abraham Lincoln?
What about Abraham Lincoln?
Well, black people couldn't vote back then.
Exactly. It's all
right, bro.
But yeah,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
This is the most unqualified cabinet in American history.
It'll be good. It's because the problem is it becomes too radicalized.
What are you talking about being radicalized? I'm not talking about radicalization. I'm just talking about qualification. They're talking about meritocracy.
We'll see.
And bringing merit.
We'll see.
I'm
what
like,
happens.
okay, let's have a merit. If we're going to talk about merit, I'm down for merit. If you're qualified, you've served in the military. Pete Hegseth served in the military. He was a captain. Okay,
but I don't think people's qualifications justify that they'll do a good job.
No, I'm not saying that either. Okay. I'm just saying that you, at minimum, be qualified. Be qualified to take on these major responsibilities that come with these jobs.
Nah.
When it comes to American safety, there is no other organization in the United States. Fact check me if you would like. There is no other organization in the United States that's larger than the than the Department of Defense.
I get that. But
3.3 million
give him
people.
A chance. Give him a chance.
870 some billion dollar budget. And this man has never managed more than 100 people.
Listen. My thing is this: give them a chance.
I did that the first time. When Trump was sworn in the first time, I said, you know what? I want the American president to do well.
Trevor,
let me give this dude a chance.
All right, let me know how you talk.
Yeah, I will. And let me give this dude a chance. I'll sit back and let me see what he's gonna do. Maybe he's gonna be over. Maybe people have overdid him, talked over him too much, or talked badly about him too much. Maybe he's gonna turn some shit around. And he got his ass in there and went bonkers. And you think he ain't gonna go bonkers this time? At least the first time he put at least some people. Most of the people that he had in his first cabinet were qualified, except Betsy DeVos. She was the Secretary of Education. I don't know what the fuck she was doing in education, but excluding her. But other than her, I can even though I disagree with a lot of their policies, most of the people who were in those positions were well qualified to have those jobs. They through schooling, through career, blah 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 blah. But this go round, he said, "You on Fox News? Get your ass in there. Take your ass to the Pentagon. You qualified, brother. You can't even say brother. I don't know what white people call each other. Bubba." So stupid. Nah, I don't know. I just have even I know a lot of people don't like this stance. Well, I know a lot of people I've talked to that don't like this stance about me with politics. But I think if you're going to be president of the United States, I think that if you're going to be president of the United States, you have had to have held an elective office of some sort before. If you haven't, I don't think you should be president. You don't even know what it's like to respond to an electorate. The Constitution says you just have to. There's only a few check boxes. You can be a felon, check. You got to be at least 35. You got to be a U.S. citizen or natural-born U.S. citizen. Have to live in the United States for at least 14. Check. But other than that, you ain't need nothing else to be president.
You done?
Nope. Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead. But I digress on the politics stuff.
That's okay. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, I know.
He's our president.
America.
He's our president.
He's the president of the United States.
Goddamn right. All right.
Duly elected.
All right. So look.
Talk to me.
I like this little banter that we just had. We're like 40 minutes in. We gotta be at least 40 minutes in. Yeah, 41, something like that. We still have no name for the podcast.
No.
We don't have a profile photo. This guy today, he's doing our thumbnails, and he's like, can you send me a photo of you two looking into the camera and expressing you guys yourself as you guys look as enthusiastic as you do with these screenshots that you sent me? And I'm like, why can't you just tell me to just send you two photos of us smiling, bro, and call it a day?
We need an enthusiastic photo of you being jubilantly happy.
Yeah, I was like, you don't understand.
Jubilant.
Trevor don't work that way. You can't just turn this shit on and off. I don't know if we're gonna get that many views. We'll see. But we need a name. I put welcome to the Little Bit Too Much podcast.
A little too much.
That's a mouthful podcast. I had that one as option 2.
Had to season it.
I don't know what the fuck to
Put
put.
some season salt on it.
Why don't we call Why don't we call? What do we? I just think it should be simple.
Trevor Miles talk about everything.
No, too long. TNM podcast.
That's probably already taken.
Sounds like a fucking energy drink.
TNM.
TNM.
You won't sleep for 6 days. You won't sleep for 6 days.
Pornhub, here I come. Now it's porn. I'm gonna watch.
No, look, TNM, sponsored by Pornhub. TNM, forget Coke. We got you covered.
Oh my god.
You want to go on the bender? You don't even need to do it anymore. Just take TNM.
Oh my lord.
Be up for 6 days.
Give me a name.
6 days, guaranteed.
We need a name. We need a
or
name.
your money back.
In
You'll be up for
pesos.
6 days. Or your money back guaranteed. I've been up for 12 days.
I can't sleep.
I can't sleep. I'm crying because I can't. Dude, could you imagine being up for 6 days straight? No, what's the longest?
I think somebody's done it.
What's the longest you've ever stayed up?
Me personally, bro, you know me. I'm a fucking degenerate. When we go
I know.
partying. I mean, think about the last time we went to Vegas. That was
I can
that was a
stay.
long day. I didn't go to sleep until the next morning. I came back to the room and you were just getting I think an hour later you woke up.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep anymore.
I think the longest I've been awake straight, I think it was probably that Vegas trip. I think I stayed awake for like 28 hours.
I think the longest I've ever stayed was 2 days,
Let me look.
and then I crashed.
2 days?
Yeah,
What the fuck were you doing?
I have no idea. I do. I had 2 jobs at the time, and I worked both of my jobs. And then
Oh, you working? That's different.
And then I
but
wasn't tired when I got home, and then I had to go back to work. And then after I got off of work, I stayed up all night. And then the next day, I was like off or something like that. And yeah, that's when I was like,
Oh, this wasn't
I
last
think
year.
I
We did
slept- I
Vegas
slept for like 14
2023, right?
yeah, that was last year.
That Vegas trip was fucking crazy. That's the time I got pulled over twice. I got pulled over
Twice in less
Twice.
than 30 minutes.
less than 30 minutes. I say less than 36 minutes for sure. Pulled over twice. True fucking story. I was so mad.
Thank
I
you, New
was
Mexico
so-
Highway Patrol.
Was that was fucking New
It
Mexico.
was in New Mexico. We were driving through New Mexico. And I remember I told you, I saw the cop car. And I said, slow down, there's one on the left. As soon as I said it, I was like, shit. Shoo!
He say shit, motherfucker. I was so mad. I was so fucking
Oh my
mad.
God, he gave you the ticket, and then Miles is like, speeds off. Miles speeds off. Then he's going back the same speed that he got pulled over.
I'm so fucking mad.
And all I do is see blue lights. And I was like, there ain't no way this guy's gonna cross the median on a highway, an interstate highway. He's not gonna cross the median and pull him over. Shit. He turned around and pulled his ass over again.
I beat the case.
You know-
I beat both of those.
You know what? And
cases.
then here's me being, I'm like, get on, take this exit. And then we trying to take the exit. The fucking semi truck killed our dreams. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for that semi truck. I remember your license plate, and I'm coming for you.
The story was this, right? So for my birthday, I was like, Trevor, I want to go to Vegas and party. I heard this dude talk about he went to Vegas, they got a table, and he took his friends and they went to Vegas. At the time, he was married. Okay? So I was like, yo, Trevor, I wanna go to Vegas for my birthday party. My birthday, and I want you to come with me. Trevor does not like the party. Trevor does not like house music. Trevor does not like large groups of people. Trevor does not like dark places with large groups of people. Trevor doesn't like dark places with large groups of people that are screaming and sweating all over him. Does not like it.
And playing house music.
And playing house music. Trevor is not that guy. Okay?
I'm a bit of a square when it comes to, I think I give myself at least 3 to 4 times I go like out, like nightlife out.
He doesn't party, okay?
Maybe 3. Last year I went out 3 times.
I, on the other hand, when I flipped my fucking car, that was like 3 years ago, I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna die one day and none of this stuff is ever gonna matter. So I was like, I need to go live my life. And I never used to party. My mom raised us to be very sheltered. I used to box, trained all the time. Like go to school, come home, train 6 days a week, compete, boxing. Like that was my life. Boxing and school. That's it. In church on Sundays. So when that accident happened, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna live my life. And I just went on a fucking partying spree. Every weekend I was just shaking this ass somewhere in the club. Now, I called Trevor and I'm like, yo, Trevor, for my birthday, I want to go to Vegas with you. He's like, fuck, Miles, I don't want to go. I was like, but listen, he's always asked me, he's like, can we do a road trip one day? And I'm like, I don't want to do no fucking road trip. Pause. We did a fucking trip down to San Diego for a photo shoot, my first photo shoot.
Oh my God.
I
forgot about that.
Of my product line that I came out with, right? So we were going to do a photo shoot.
Hashtag whip.
Yeah, hashtag whip. We were going to do, it's the name of the company, WHIP. We were going to do, my mom told me, she was like, you guys should plug it every time you do a podcast. I was like, I'll plug it to our 5 viewers. So I was like, so we went down to, I was like, we're going to do a photo shoot in San Diego. We'll drive down there. We'll scout the location. It's in the desert. Call Trevor. I'm like, Trevor, I want to drive that. I was like, you want to go to San Diego? He's like, yeah. I'm like, bet. I got to go scout a location. He's like, fuck it. You driving? I was like, I'm driving. He's like, I'll go. So we go down there, middle of the motherfucking desert. We scout the location. He's like, I didn't know that this was here. It's literally like the fucking Sahara Desert in San Diego.
Yeah, it's called the Algodones Dunes.
Yeah, it's beautiful and hot as a bitch.
Hot and beautiful.
Okay?
Just like me.
We went, we scouted the location, everything was fine.
Dude, matter of fact, there was no one there.
That's not true. There was a guy with a McLaren with a girl with a big butt doing a photo shoot.
That's true.
They had like their little thing.
That's true.
They were like to the far right.
They was far out. Literally, it was that car and us. We were the only two cars in the parking lot.
Okay? And another car because they had a little camera crew. But, so I had to take my team that I had at the time, right, with us down there. Right? So I had to take my team with us down there. So we went, scouted the location, we came back, and I was like, Trevor's like, the best way to do it is to rent an RV. Instead of getting a hotel and like bringing all the shit, just get an RV. So I was like, fuck it, let's get an RV. So we get the RV, go online. I'm like, Trevor, I found this RV. Check it out, because Trevor he knows how to drive big vehicles. Perfect. Trevor's like, and I could drive this bitch. It's not like driving a car, Miles. I'll drive. No problem. We get the hairstylists, the fucking models. We get everything that we fucking need. Food. We go, we get food. We got the RV packed with people. We got people driving to meet us there. Fine. And we tell people, me and Trevor will go pick up the RV from Marina Del Rey. Okay? We look at the address, and it's at a docking place.
No. It wasn't at Marina Del Rey.
It wasn't Marina Del Rey.
No, it was at San Diego. It was in San Diego, close to the naval base.
You're right. Yes, because this little bitch was in the military, was in Marine or something.
That was so...
You're 100% right. It was
we wasted, like 2 hours?
This motherfucker, it all ties into the Vegas trip, okay?
It just all comes back.
Okay? We drive all the way down to San Diego. Mind you, we left 3 hours ahead of everyone else because we were like, we need to plan ahead. Trevor's like, I don't want to fucking rush, and you're always late.
This is one thing about Miles. He's gonna be late, and he's gonna plan things extremely last minute. Like when I say extremely last minute, like, we need to fly. Oh, we need to fly to Texas. Let's buy the tickets 3 hours before we need to leave. Oh my gosh! But so I was like, Miles. So that's why now I know better. I'm like, Miles, you want me to participate? You know, I do not like last minute things. You better plan it. You better be booked, and I need to see an itinerary. I don't want to be.
It's booked in my head, but it ain't booked.
That's how he books stuff in his goddamn brain, and then you show up and you're like, hey, where's the thing? Oh, I'm on the phone. Help me look. Help me. And then he gets upset that you're not helping enough. For his last minute look. Continue. I digress because you about to piss me off. I'm about to get pissed.
It ties into the story. Okay, so look. So we drive down to San Diego 3 hours ahead of everybody else. My creative art director, she's driving down. The makeup artist driving down. we had the models. No, the models was driving down meeting us. Everybody was gonna meet us in San Diego.
Yep.
And then one group was gonna go with us. Another group was gonna meet us there. Okay. We get to San Diego. We go to this fucking parking lot. It's a massive fucking parking lot, but it's for military personnel. We didn't know that before we got there. Because when we got there, we were like, where the fuck is the minivan? We don't see it. And we can't enter because it says military personnel only.
Yeah, it was the RV.
It was RV storage lot and like big vehicles. But what it is when these motherfuckers are coming to do their duty for the month or whatever the fuck, they park there and then they take a fucking shuttle bus and then drives them onto the naval base.
Right.
We didn't know that.
So we pull up to the gate of the naval base because that's the address he gave us. He gave us the address, and the address he gave us, we're about to pull the naval base. We're gonna need credentials to get. You don't go onto any base. You know, I grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I grew up in Fayetteville on Fort Bragg. It's now Fort Liberty, but Fort Bragg. You don't go on Fort Bragg just because you want to. You got to have some sort of credentials. You got to sign in, check in. Like, there's no just. So when we get to the gate, the guy's like, "What's your business? State your business." State your business. And I'm like, we're here to pick up an RV. And he was like, yeah, no. So we had to turn around. We're calling the guy. He's not picking up the phone. Yeah. Calling him. Finally, he gets on the phone and he's like, oh, meet me over here.
Yeah, it's a wrong parking lot.
Then oh my God. So we get to the thing. We get to the RV. He's there.
Stop. That's not true. He was not there. This is what the fuck made us late. This little motherfucker, and I hope you're watching this because you're a bitch. He said we were at the wrong parking lot. And I'm like, dude,
I remember now.
This is the only fucking parking lot that's here. He's like, no, you missed your check-in time and I gotta leave.
And I gotta leave, yeah.
Well, where the fuck are you? He was like, I'm at this location. I'm like, motherfucker, no, you're not. We don't see you.
You sent us the wrong address.
He sent us the wrong fucking address. And he's like, well, I gotta go to work. I'm like, what the fuck you mean you gotta go to work? He's like, I gotta go to work. This is all through fucking text. He's a little bitch. I'm like, can you please pick up the phone and call me so we can talk about this? Mind you, I already sent the deposit. I didn't buy the fucking
The deposit was what, like $1,200, $1,500, something like that?
The deposit was $1,200. That was what I had to put down as a fucking deposit. So I'm like, I was like, dude, you don't understand. Like, I need this RV. I'm like, there is no refunding. Like, I need this RV. He's like, well, I gotta go to work and I gotta report and I can't be late. And I'm like, fine. I tell Trevor, he's like, I don't want to talk to him because I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, right? Finally, we get on the phone with him, and he's like, I want you. Do you remember what he said? You remember his request? You remember that or no?
No.
This motherfucker told me, he was like, well, if I'm gonna leave work, you're gonna have to send a Zelle.
Oh yeah.
To come back. Remember?
I remember.
And I'm like,
this is bribery.
I said,
this is coercion.
I was like, let me get this straight. You sent the wrong address. You went to work, and you want me to fucking pay you to come back when you.
This is extortion.
I said, this motherfucker.
What's his name?
I said, what's his name? Send me this. I'm like, I sent you the money. I'm like, how do I know you gonna come? I'm like, I'm like, I lost my deposit. I'm selling some fucking stranger that I met online to rent an RV. Fine. Selling the money. Motherfucker finally comes, meets us at the gate. We drive in. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? And I'm
like everything, like we just like
cool.
Like we showed up on time. He gave us the right address. Like he just like, hey man, what's going on?
Mind you, at the time, let's just say we were supposed to pick the fucking RV up at 8 o'clock. It's now 10 o'clock.
Almost 11.
We're still an hour and a half away from the fucking desert. Because just because we're in San Diego doesn't mean that we're by the fucking desert, which is close to the Mexican border. Okay? So then we fucking get there. We get there, we meet this little bitch, and then
we had to do the inspection.
We had to do the inspection.
We need to look at this.
Trevor was like, I'm gonna inspect it. Listen to this fuckery right here.
Hey, what do you guys want the RV for? You're not gonna shoot a porn video in here, are you?
Well, I'm like,
what? I was like, no, we're not shooting porn in here.
I was like, I hate this. I was like, I don't want
to. And I was like, what is that smell?
What is the smell? We get on the RV, we walk in there, and Trevor is like, I ignore it because I'm like, I have a very, very short temper, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it because I'll say something to jeopardize the whole fucking trip. So Trevor's like, I'll do the talking. And I'm like, I smell this funk.
I mean, it was foul. Foul. That was foul, man. It smelled like, okay, just imagine if you boil a carton of eggs.
Oh my
okay?
God.
And then you put them in a plastic bag and you put them in a hot refrigerator. And you forgot them in there for like maybe 4 or 5 days. And then you come back, you're like, oh shit, I forgot I left those boiled eggs.
I get sick just thinking about it.
It was so bad. So I opened the refrigerator, and that's when I found that's where the smells come from. I was like, what is that smell, man? Like, did you not, was this thing, now I'm asking, was this properly clean since the last people?
Horrible.
You know, I'm asking all these questions because, like, you know, you're putting a $1,200 deposit. We already sent you extra money. I'm like, I don't want any other things. Like, so I'm walking outside, I'm checking the tires, making sure the lights work. I mean, because, you know, you don't want to get a ticket. You don't want to, you know, not be able to
smell like ass.
Dude,
it's fucking dirty on
so
the
we're
inside.
like, fuck it, we just gotta go. We just gotta go. I opened every window possible.
Oh my God, yeah.
And
we stopped at the store and bought a Febreze. And just imagine driving a fucking RV through a residential area with 2 black dudes jumping out. And I'm like, we went to a dollar store, never forget, and we bought Febreze and we bought those little fucking like twisty like things that you
like
put back, and we put them all over. We drove there and we did the photo shoot. Oh God, I forgot about the day when we got there.
When we get there. So, mind you, the first time we go,
Vo calls me and is like, "There's a lot of people here."
Yeah, that's. And
I'm
the first
like,
time we went there, when we, like I said, it was just us and those people.
I wish we vlogged it.
I wish we vlogged it. So we're on our way there. We see a bunch of like dune buggies. That's what they are, dune buggies, and they're just like packed. Just tons of them, and they're jumping dunes and stuff. And you see Trump flags everywhere, and I was like, oh shit, we're in Trump country.
We in a Trump rally.
Dude, we get there to the spot. There is a whole crew of people that have like completely like had this whole thing blocked off for them. Like they had it like almost like it was like a reservation.
The whole parking lot.
So
full
it was
of RVs.
Full of RVs.
RVs.
And there was like this perfect space, this perfect spot where we could park the RV. So I was like, Miles, park the RV right there.
Slid that motherfucker.
So we
drove that bitch.
We slid in there. I mean, literally, but
it was
between
tight.
The other RV and ours, it was maybe about that much space between the 2 RVs. So we like literally like slid in there. So maybe an hour or 2 goes by. We're setting up. You know, we open one of the slides. You know, make some more space. You know, everybody's getting comfortable. I'm getting the food out, getting stuff ready. You know, she's, you know, the hairstylist, she's doing her thing. Miles is like trying to find the perfect spot outside, and I'm like, you know, you do everything outside. I'll run the inside of the RV. You know, make sure everybody's fed. You know, I'm preparing. I'm like, what the fuck? Now Miles is out in the dirt, in the desert, setting up. So I open the door, and this guy's like, "Hey man, you're my spot," and I'm like, "No, we're not." He's like, "No, you're my spot. This is our setup over here, and you know, my truck was parked here. I had my truck backed in right here. So yeah, I need y'all to move." And I was like, "Dude, we're only gonna be out here for a few hours. Didn't know it was your spot. Didn't have your claim. You know, no, there was nothing here to claim in your spot. So we're gonna be here for a few hours." So talking to the guys, and we tell them like, "Hey, we're just out here for a shoot. We're only gonna be out here for a few hours. Like, you know, chill out. You know, as soon as we're done, we'll peel out of here. You know, you can park your truck back." And they were like, "All right, cool." And they were actually they were pretty cool. But Trump supporters, but they were actually pretty cool guys. So, make a long story short, everything's going at this point. Everything is going very well, very smoothly. So the model's done. She's, you know, glammed up. She's out there doing the shoot. They're taking pictures, everything like that. The next thing I know, it was me and the hairstylist. We're inside, and I'm putting like
Katie.
No, Katie was out. Katie was out doing the shoot. It was just me and the hairstylist. We were the only 2. Me and her were just talking about life and everything. Next thing you know, it sounded like somebody took a machine gun and just started shooting the side of the freaking thing. The glasses breaking. I mean, like, I felt like I was in a movie, and it was a drive-by.
Yeah.
Come to find out, one of the guys had a dune buggy, and he was doing donuts, and he didn't like the fact that we were parked there, even though his buddies had already talked to his buddies, and everything was cool.
Everything was cool.
He comes back and he's like, oh, y'all in our spot. So he sprays the whole side of the RV with fucking rocks and sand. And like when I'm telling you, like rocks are flying through the, like I'm saying, it's like, like they was hitting the side, and then like I opened the door, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like looking around and trying to find like whose neck I'm about to like strangle because like
It's wild.
the windows are broken.
The windows are shattered.
Like the whole the whole right side of the RV is riddled with rock pellets, and
it looks like bullet holes.
Like seriously,
and they're not shattered because shattered would mean that there's no more glass there. It's like just
they're like perfectly gone through,
right, and it's like all over the side, all over.
And so I'm like, what the fuck? So at this point, I'm like, I'm putting my shoes on because I'm about to whoop this motherfucker's ass. And I told the hairstylist to go get Miles because I'm about to fuck this motherfucker up because he done fucked our whole fucking day up. And so the buddies are coming in like, oh, calm down, Brad, calm down. He's drunk. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Get his ass over here. I'm about to whoop your motherfucking ass. Like, it takes a lot to piss me off. And when I do get pissed off, it takes a long time for me to come down. So that's why I don't normally get upset, because if I do get upset, I just know, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, people be like, oh, I blacked out. I'm one of those people. So
yeah, it was wild.
I was livid. And they're like, calm down, man, calm down. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. What happened? What's going on? So I'm telling the guys, they're trying to calm me down. Miles is coming over. Miles like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I'm not aware of any of this.
No, so Miles is out doing the shoot.
I'm far. I'm not close. Like we're like in the desert, and he's like up there where the RV is parked.
And they're down in like. When I'm telling you, these dunes are tall,
huge. Fucking huge.
They go down, and he's down there, and I'm like. The hairstyles, and then the guys, they're like, "Oh man, he's drunk." So, make a long story short, the guy who did the damage gets in his truck and leaves.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm calling the police.
Oh yeah, can't get service.
Can't get any service. Finally, get the police, and it's the park rangers. And the park rangers come, and they're like, "Oh, you know, like we have to. We don't do accident reports. You're gonna have to call the sheriff's department." The sheriff's department was an hour and 15 minutes away. Oh my God. I was so pissed. So at this point, all the shit happens. The guys, they're like trying to help. One of the guys was like so like sad or like so like empathetic to the situation. He's like trying to
he was very helpful.
He was like, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. And he's like, let me help you clean up the glass. And he's like, he
gave the insurance information of his friends.
So he gave us all his friends' information.
See, Trump supporters not bad. And look, when we say Trump supporters, you gotta understand, Trump had just been elected. Well, not just, but it was his first year.
Yeah, it was like the first year.
And this was before COVID, right? And this was like, no, it wasn't before COVID.
It was before COVID. No. During COVID. You're right. It was during COVID. This is during COVID. Like at the kind of
because we had masks and shit.
We did have masks.
But the thing is, this like,
wow,
it was like, I got some skinhead friends. Like I got some like white boy. They look like skinheads, but they not. But it's like
these guys.
We the only minorities. Katie's the only white girl that's with us.
Katie's the only white girl,
and she's beautiful, and they like her.
Yeah.
But it's like 60 of these motherfuckers out there, bro. And
not even kidding.
And it's like the tattoos on the neck, the fucking. They got the blue. It's like the American flag, but it's like
the blue
shit.
flag.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, this like
this is given. I'm glad there's no trees around.
Yeah, because it's like I don't think like that, but I'm like I got common sense at the same time. If I walk through the hood, I'm like I have enough common sense to know that you're not in the right part of town.
Right.
And when we first got there, we didn't notice it, but it's like the closer it got to at night, and then they started with the lights and shit.
Oh my God!
Driving, and I'm like,
they were driving. Yeah, they were literally racing dune buggies in the dead of night.
Trevor was ready to fucking go.
Oh my gosh, they better be. And like I'm like thinking in my head, like if I fuck him up,
yeah, we fucked.
We're gonna have to probably fight more of them, and I was ready.
Like for sure, they strapped up. For sure.
No, for sure. Somebody out there was
100%.
Definitely 100%. So I wasn't even worried about that. I was just so fucking pissed at the whole situation that happened, but. Tying this all back to Vegas.
Okay, so we did the photo shoot successfully. We took the RV, went back and dropped it off to the little dickhead. And I forget when we were driving, every time we hit a bump, the glass would shatter. Yeah, the white boy taped it up he put cardboard and then
duct
tape
tape.
and duct tape the bitch from the back, but in the front you couldn't put duct tape, obviously, because the glass was. Every time we bump,
You just hit
the glass is shattered.
Hitting the world.
So when we dropped off the RV, we told the guy, "Look, man, you may want to give us a call in the morning when you come and pick up the RV, and we suggest you come pick it up tonight because you have no windows on the side of your car."
None.
So that
was a cold ride home.
That was a cold. It was fucking freezing, but we had a good time. But
We had a good time up until that point.
up until that point. But taking it back to Vegas, it's a long fucking story.
This is a long story, but you need that context.
You need the context.
You had to have that to picture what was going on.
Exactly.
I'm just here looking handsome, per usual.
So
Tell the truth and shame the dead.
So look, my birthday comes up, and I'm like, damn, I want Trevor to go with me to Vegas. And I'm like, I never partied with Trevor ever, so we don't know our chemistry when it comes to partying. But I'm like, it'll be fine if we can get through San Diego. We can do anything together. Okay. So I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna get Trevor to come with me to Vegas for my birthday? So I'm like, shit. I was like, I got it. We'll do a road trip. And I was like, shit, last time we did a road trip, we ran into some fucking rednecks in the middle of the desert and we could have got murdered. So I was like, fuck. So I'm like, I called Trevor, I'm like, Trevor, I want to go to Vegas for my birthday party. He's like, my birthday. He's like, fuck, I don't want to go, blah, 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 but I'll go since it's your birthday. The only reason I'm doing this is because it's your birthday and it's you. That's it. So I'm like, we could do a road trip. He was like, from where? Right. And I'm like, from Texas to California. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, side note, he's like, why Texas? I was like, I got to pick up a car. He's like, what do you mean you got to pick up a car? I was like, I did a deal with someone. I got to get a car. Like, whatever. Like, I'll break you off a piece of what I make. And he's like, sounds weird, but okay. So I'm like, fine. So, and I'm like, I forgot. I tried to eliminate as much as possible so he wouldn't say no. I was like, I got the hotel already booked. We're good. I was like, all we got to do is figure out what time we want to go. We got to figure out our flights. He's like, okay, cool. Trevor goes on that day and start looking for flights, okay? Has his shit booked within like 48 hours. Me, on the other hand, didn't work out that way. I booked my bitch at like probably the day before we were supposed to leave. We managed to sit right next to each other. I paid a lot more than he did because it's so late. And we flew out there. We partied. We had a great time.
Yeah, honestly, I don't go out. It was fun.
We had a fucking ball. My boys hooked it up. Yeah, the Asian dude.
The flick.
He kept doing this flicking thing. That's how he danced.
There was like this group of Asian guys.
Yeah.
They had to be like tourists. Had to be tourists.
No other part of their body moved. Just
and they were like, "You guys are so fun!" And just, oh yeah. And then like this freaking what's that like fog being blasted at us on the beats and like.
I forgot what it's called. It's the gas.
Yeah, I'm just like,
that's just bomb.
It was.
We had a great time. We stayed
cool.
up. Wow.
I think it was about what, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, Miles, my back is starting to hurt. My feet hurt. I gotta go. I'm tired, and we have to get up to catch our flight to get to Houston. Or was it Houston?
I don't
Dallas.
know. Dallas.
To get to Dallas, and
Dallas.
it's at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So we need to be going to bed soon.
Yeah, the trip was this: Vegas Saturday.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was. This was all in one weekend.
All in one weekend. We were done in like 48 hours. Yeah, probably
maybe a little bit over.
We stretched until Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, Monday.
Because we left. We went to Vegas. Literally, we went to Vegas. We went to the room. We changed our clothes and went to a day party.
Yeah, went to a day
party. It was 100 degrees outside.
Hot as a bitch. Do not go to a day party in Vegas.
It was a pool party, but I didn't want to get in that water.
It was disgusting.
Then, so after we got finished there, we went back to the room, took showers, went to dinner, hit the birthday dinner.
Yeah.
There was like this live show. It was amazing. Had great food. Left the birthday dinner, went back to the room to change again.
Yeah.
Went out to the club. Stayed to the club. We went to the club maybe like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I left at 3:30. This motherfucker went to more parties. Did come back to the room at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Slept for an hour.
Woke got up 9. Got on the plane. Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah. So this was the thing. So I get back to the room, I sleep for like an hour, and then I wake up, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. I'm like, wired, okay? So Trevor gets up. He's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. I was like, you want to go get some E? He's like, nah, man, because we got to take a flight. I was like, yeah, about that. I didn't book the flights yet. He's like, what do you mean you didn't book the flights yet? I was like, I forgot. I was like, it just slipped my mind. I forgot to book the fucking flights. And he was like, you're kidding me. I was like, I'm dead serious. And he's like, so what the fuck are we gonna do? I was like, we gotta buy a flight. I was like, it won't be that hard. I called the hotel finally after like 30 minutes. I was like, can we get an extension? Like until, she was like, we could do 12 o'clock. It's like 10 o'clock now. I was like, can we do like 1 just to be safe? And she's like, fine. Okay? I could not find a fucking flight cheaper than like $800 to get from fucking Vegas to Texas. And I'm like trying to find it. Trevor, on the other hand, is sitting there on the fucking couch, listening to classical music and getting it. Like fucking getting it and having a good...
That was the only way I was not going to be livid and literally slap him. I was like, damn close. From like ringing his
my God.
and just watching the life pass out of his brain.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what? Miles, you did... See, that's prime example. This is the prime example of the stuff I deal with this man.
That was bad.
My God.
That was bad.
And then he got upset with me because I wasn't helping look for the flight that he was supposed to book.
I said, why don't you fucking help?
I said, what the fuck you get mad at me?
I said, why don't you help? You're just fucking sitting here on the couch. You're not even helping me. I said, help me look for a flight. He said, well, what do you want me to do? I said, I just told you. I want you to look for a flight. I want you to help me. Help me find a flight. He's like, okay, fine. You want me to help? I'm gonna help. But he said, you willing to spend $700?
You spend $1,100?
He's like, because I'm not paying for it. And I'm like, just help me find a flight.
Oh my God.
We finally found a flight. I don't know how the fuck we did, but we found a flight. But Trevor was like, we have to leave now. He's like, we cannot fucking wait. We're not eating. He said, we're going straight the fucking to the airport. We're not waiting.
We're not waiting.
I was like, we got an hour and 30 minutes. He was like, we have to go. We left, we get there, we got there, and we were actually early. And I was like, I'm gonna go get a sandwich. Trevor's like, whatever. And then we flew to Texas and drove from, we flew to Texas, got a Uber to the dealership, picked up the car.
Yep.
From Lexi? No, not Lexi.
I don't remember.
Izzy? No.
I don't remember her. I can see her face right
Black
now.
girl.
Black girl.
It was amazing. She was so sweet.
Great customer service.
We got the car and we drove.
Yeah, we drove. We got some food. Now we had some banging
barbecue. Yeah.
I forget the place's name. Oh, it's probably still on my phone.
That shit was fucking...
It's probably not on my phone.
Bomb. I found it.
Let's look. But it was a barbecue place.
It was amazing. Best barbecue I've ever had in my life.
Best barbecue. It was amazing barbecue.
Sorry, Mom.
Amazing barbecue. Oh, there we go. I'm getting close here.
Was it before the Super Bowl? Yes.
But I can't. I don't have it.
I definitely got it because I saw it the other day and I was going
but literally everything was like by the pound. They didn't do like, would you like a half a rack of... Do you want a half a pound, 1 pound, 1.5 pounds, 2?
Ruby's Country Store and Barbecue. It looks like a gas station.
It looked like a gas station. That was
facts.
I had a potato. That was the biggest potato I have ever
It's a 2-pound
seen.
potato.
They put a potato. Then they put all this. They put so much butter. I felt my left ventricle close.
That shit was huge.
Big.
They serve you the food in a fucking milk carton.
Yeah, like this little. And
it was like lower.
The potato was this big. They scoop it out for you. Put all this butter and cheese, and then they put the pulled pork on the. I'm drooling.
It was bomb. It was. I got me hungry just thinking. And I'm not like.
And then the sausage. Oh my gosh.
The ribs was bomb. I don't even eat meat like that anymore. But that shit was amazing.
That was good.
It looked sketch as fuck. Like
it looks from the outside. From the outside, it looked like you're not supposed to eat gas station food. But it was really, really good. It was really, really good.
It's not. It's a restaurant, but I guess it was originally a gas station. But you can buy gas from there. But
you can't buy gas.
It's a real American fucking store. It don't make no sense. It's like it's a restaurant, convenience store, gas station, all in one.
Yeah, and
with the smokers by the fucking pump.
Yeah,
which was the craziest. I'm like, this is not.
This is it can't be, but it's Texas. Had the great food. We hit the road, and that's.
I was like, Trevor,
Who drove first? You or me?
I drove first,
and then you went to sleep
because I told him I was like, I want to set a record. I've never driven past 7 hours. I was like, I want to drive 8 hours, and he's like, okay, fine. I think we had a 21-hour drive.
Yeah,
from Texas to fucking California.
Yeah, but it was all because there was like highways or something closed.
And so he's like, okay, fine. So I was like, and we came up with a rule, 2 rules. That's it, just 2 rules. You remember the 2 rules? One was music.
Oh, whoever's driving has control of the radio.
Yeah, you cannot, no opinion. He's like, okay, fine, I agree. And the second one was like, you cannot fart in the car.
That's deadly.
I was like, you cannot, nobody's farting in the car, and whatever music, whoever's driving, picks what music they listen to. We agreed, fine. We're driving, and I'm like, I'm fucking fading. Because I ate like a fat bitch at this fucking restaurant.
I was asleep.
And I'm like this on the stairwell. I'm like looking down at the clock. I'm like, I got 30 more minutes. I'm gonna hit my 8-hour mark. And literally the last fucking 30 minutes, I drive, and this motherfucker is not even to the far right where he's supposed to be. He's on the left side, black, no lights, no nothing. And we fucking drive.
I said, what's that SUV up there? Ma, slow down.
He did not say that.
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Maybe I did.
He didn't say shit.
All I said was, oh, there he goes.
This is what the fuck this motherfucker said, okay? I drove past him and was like, fuck! And I'm doing like, I beat the case now. I was doing close to goddamn like 100 miles an hour. When I saw him.
You were doing like upper 80s, low 90s.
Correct. And I'm like, fuck. And he turned them lights on so goddamn fast and came up right behind him.
He was driving a Durango.
And he, no, that was the second motherfucker. The first one was an old white dude.
No, I know the first one was an old white dude.
Yes, but the second one was driving a fucking Durango.
Okay, the Latino guy. The younger Latino guy.
Yes. And so he pulls me over and I'm like, bro, I literally have the last 30 minutes. And he's like, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, no, I don't. He said, you were speeding. I said, I think I was doing the speed limit. He said, you were doing 89 miles an hour in a 75 mile zone. And I was like, it's not that fast. And he's like, license registration, give him license registration. Okay, rewind, pause. When I pass this motherfucker, Trevor wakes up, okay? And he says, it's funny, I was gonna tell you to slow down. And I'm like, why? Like, why? I had a feeling. I was gonna tell you to slow down.
Dude, as soon as I woke
up as the guy was pulling me over.
No. I woke up and then I said, "What's that up there?"
There was nothing. I passed him. He put the fucking lights on.
As soon as I woke up, I said, "You just let motherfucker pull him over." As soon as I woke up, I said, "Oh damn."
I said, then he gives me the ticket. I go, and I'm fucking heated. I'm like, this motherfucker just got me. And we pulling, we driving, we ripping. I'm ripping. And I'm like, I'm gonna make it. And I'll never forget, I was going downhill. This ain't no fucking cops out here. And I see like a little reflection in the distance of like when light hits a red light, but I'm like, can't be. Cause I'm like, we're driving downhill. This motherfucker's like in a ditch on the opposite side. So I'm like, I don't think that's a cop. It's so fucking dark.
It's so, like, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I've driven across the country, moving from North Carolina to California, and at night there is nothing like driving through the desert parts of our country.
Oh my god,
it is like black.
There's no.
You look to the left, dark. Look to the right, dark. It's just dark. And literally, we're driving through New Mexico, dark. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, this guy's not gonna come through the median.
He fucking turns around, and I'm like, I ain't getting another fucking ticket. I'm like, I'm going for it. And Trevor's like, get in the left lane, and I'm like, I'm doing close to 115 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know the math. I'm like, by the time he's on the other side, by the time he go through this fucking bumpy ass road and get on it, I'm like, I'm gone. We driving a V8 twin turbo fucking Audi, SQ8?
Yeah, SQ8, yeah.
I was like, we are gone. Trevor's like, get off at the next exit. I'm like, bet. but I'm going so fast, and then there's a fucking semi truck in the right lane. So I'm like, I'll just zoom around him, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm like, fuck it. I get behind the semi truck.
That was the worst mistake.
And I'm like, oh, I'll take the side shoulder and I'll get around. This motherfucker decides to get off on the exit. And I'm like, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I can't get on the shoulder because it's so narrow.
Yeah, because like the way the shoulder was, it was like literally the road to get off on the off ramp, and then it was just like literally went down.
Yeah, you couldn't go.
So
you could roll over.
You could roll over. So I was like, damn, Miles, I can't believe this one.
And the fucking cop pulled up right behind us. I said, and I gave him so much shit. When he pulled me over, I was like, he was like, license registration. I said, why'd you pull me over? He said, you really gonna ask me a question? I said, yeah, why are you pulling me over? He says, because you were speeding. I said, no, I wasn't. He said, yes, you were. He said, I clocked you almost going 90 miles an hour. I said, you got notified from the other cop up there. You didn't track me. He's like, I saw you coming down the hill. I said,
and I was like, well, if you're going downhill, you know you're gonna go faster, right? I'm like, Miles, save this for court.
That's literally what I said. I said, if you're going downhill, you know you're gonna have to go faster, right? This is gravity the way it works. It's gonna pull you out faster. He said,
this motherfucker trying to get the goddamn highway patrol goddamn physics lesson.
He said, give me a license registration.
If you take a vehicle, that's approximately.
I said, I gave you a license registration. I said, when was the last time you recalibrated? He said, what? I said, what was the last time you recalibrated your gun? I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one you gave a ticket to tonight. Was I? He says, no. I said, when was the last time you gave a ticket? He said, 15 minutes before you came down the hill. I said, well, did you recalibrate your gun? He said, we don't recalibrate our guns. I said, well, who does? He says, the police department. I said, when do they do it? He says, at night. I said, so how do you know they recalibrate your gun last night?
So was I really going 90 or was I going 65?
I said, you don't necessarily know. You can't make that accurate determination that I was going that fast. He still gave me the goddamn ticket. I was so mad. I recorded that conversation.
And then I think so. I drove through that last little piece of New Mexico through Arizona, and I got us to California. And Miles drove the rest from California.
We did it. We did it on 21. We did it straight. Honestly, we stopped.
It was 19 hours. We did. It was 19 hours, 19, 20, almost 20 hours. And we didn't stop one time but to get gas and coffee for me.
And tea for me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. No, that was fun though. That was definitely a fun trip. But again, I know Miles, and I know he's gonna do certain things a certain way. He's gonna wait till last minute to do shit, and then he's gonna tell you he did it, but that's all in his head. He didn't really do it. He's thought he did it, and that's all that counts to him.
I'm very last minute when it comes to
can't stand that. If I know we're gonna go somewhere, if we're going somewhere February the 10th.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm gonna look as soon as I'm gonna. He'll book it February 9th at 11:37 p.m. I've already booked my stuff the night we talked about it.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to.
I don't know why I'm like that.
I don't know why you're like that.
It's bad.
It stresses me out.
It doesn't stress me. You know what it is? I just realized it makes me excited.
I get off on it.
I'm serious. The fact of the matter is that I could book it that last minute
and still do it
and make it. Because making it is a whole different story. It's just crazy. Like even with like going to the airport, I'm not the guy to get there.
I was going to the airport. We were going to fly to Burbank. I live in Glendale, so Burbank's like.
You met me there.
I was there 45 minutes before you even got there.
I got there. We were boarding.
They were saying, flight headed to Las Vegas, boarding now. And mind you, Burbank's airport is small. It's not a big airport. So like when you go to Burbank's airport, literally, they don't have, it's not like LAX where you got terminals. No, you literally just walk outside and walk right on the tarmac on the airfield right to the plane. Like literally you're walking upstairs to get up to the plane. And the people are lining up. And Miles is still not there. I'm like, oh my God. I am, and I'm calling him. He's like, hey Papa, I'm almost there. I'm like, how far are you away? Maybe like 30 minutes. And I'm like, Miles, we're supposed to be boarding in 10 minutes and you're 30 minutes away? Yeah, we'll be all right. Oh my God. I'm like,
it's always all right with me. In 10 minutes. How far are you away? 10 minutes.
Fucking 30 minutes.
I'm 10 minutes away. That Asian dude He's like, I'm gonna get you there. He motherfucker speak no fucking English was broken shit. He said, don't worry, I get you there. I get you. I said, bro, I will give you the fattest fucking tip if you can get me there. He says, don't worry. And this motherfucker was zooming. That little fucking Toyota Corolla.
Prius. I'm gonna tell you something. I have a vendetta for Toyota Priuses with California license plates.
Priuses are dangerous. How long is this podcast?
I don't even know.
Hour and 28.
Maybe we should shut up now.
Hour and 28. Yeah. I got good ass. That's three podcasts in one.
There we go. But okay, we'll wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up with.
We're gonna get to the point. No, we did good on this podcast. I had to edit the last one. We said that we're gonna do this is it's not live, obviously, but we're gonna do like a raw cut, like no editing. But the first podcast, I was like, well, this Trevor ain't gonna make it to the office if we keep this in there.
So I was like,
I'll take it out.
Yeah,
we did get this on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I love it. So podcast episode 2, episode 3 coming soon.
Yeah, we're gonna split this podcast into hour 28. That's 40 minutes, right?
We can split it up. Part 1, part 2.
40-minute videos. The No Name Podcast. Should we just call it that?
No Name.
The No Name Podcast. Is that?
Let's see.
The No Name Podcast. I like that. Does that work?
Let's see if it works. Who's that?
No Name _ podcast. 2 guys.
Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought about? Not German. Hold on. How you spell No Name backwards? EMANON. God damn it. EMANON. Emanon podcast. That doesn't exist. Emanon, No Name backwards.
What is it called?
Emanon, No Name backwards. That's how you spell No Name backwards.
No, it's not gonna work.
Alright, man. I tried.
It's gonna be episode 3, still no name. That's the podcast. That's a wrap, dog. Go ahead with your bad self, with your short legs and long torso.
Yeah. Unpasteurized milk.
It's like unpasteurized milk.
That shit.
See you later, guys. Episode 3.
2.
Episode 2. Episode 3. Coming to you soon. Live and direct.
See a booger in your nose.
Ain't no booger in my nose.
I'm just